Sonny Donnelly, IFL TV in association with MGM Marbella. I'm here at the Hilton Hotel in Liverpool today for the XMAS CRACKE press conference, the announcement of Liam Smith versus Jimmy Kelly. Now I am with Jimmy Kelly's manager, Lee Beard. Lee, bit of a exciting press conference for you, a war of words.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Obviously, Jimmy obviously said a few things. Like he is confident winning the fight. Jimmy is, when the fight was put to him, he was, he didn't hesitate to take it. And obviously Liam, he's been around. He's been in some good big fights, some good fights, and he's obviously going to be more than confident of getting a win on the 19th. So we're just going a bit back and forth with each other, But yeah, like I said, when the fight was put to us, I put it to Ensley and Jimmy. They jumped at it, and we had a talk. And it's a great opportunity. And Liam thinks that I don't think Jimmy can win the fight, but I do think he win the fight. Otherwise, I would have.
Where did he get that from? Because in the press conference, he said about 10 times, Lee, you don't think he's going to win.
I rate Liam very highly. I said it in the press conference. He's got terrific shot selection. He's a wicked fighter. I've had guys spar with him, and they've always been great spars. And good lads he sparred with as well. So I've seen him first hand in the gym, and obviously at his fights I've watched him fight many times, and I rate him very highly. I really do, and he knows that. So he's thinking obviously on the basis of that I'll think Jimmy can't win the fight, but I've seen what Jimmy can do as well. Not just in his last fight, but in certain spars with some top fighters, bigger than him, strong, busy fighters, and he looks $1 million. If he can transfer that across into the fight night, then Liam's going to be in for a hard fight, and I know that, and I do believe Jimmy, if he does do that, he can nick the fight.
What do you think Jimmy brings to the table that's going to make it difficult for Liam to get this win that he thinks is going to be so easy?
Like I said, Jimmy's got a great boxing brain. I mean, he was a top amateur, a good amateur. And I watched him close hand, first hand, inspiring himself, and just some of the things he does that he may not have showed on fight night, especially in his last fight. But he just got to transfer the gym into the fight, and it's up to him to make that step up on the 19th and do that.
Do you think he can?
He's definitely got the tools. He's got a great jab when he uses it correctly. Obviously, he's a noted body puncher. He's a smart fighter. He uses angles really well and distance really well. It's just him executing what he needs to do on the night, and not getting too carried away and making mistakes. Because Liam's the sort of fighter that will draw all the mistakes out of you and capitalise as well, like he did in the last fight.
If he wins this world title, what would it mean, not just for him, but for Manchester and your camp as a whole?
Well, it's obviously Enzo Bingham trains Jimmy. When Jimmy came to me to manage him, he just said he wanted a world title fight. He wanted to try and get to world title fight as quick as possible. He'd been on the small shows, he got a bit bored of that, and he wanted to get onto the bigger stage. This fight did come up quick. We thought we'd have about 4 or 5 fights, and then look at going to that level. The fight was offered to us. Obviously, I put it to Jim, and he's jumped at it, so he kind of got what he wanted. Is it too soon? There's been a few situations where a few fighters have had opportunities and they took them. So it could be too soon. But then again, there's plenty of fighters that have had opportunities when it's supposed to be too soon, and they took the chance and they took it with both hands.
Well, we'll find out on the 19th of December.
Yep.
Live on BoxNation from the Manchester Arena.
Yep.
Will you be there?
Obviously, I'll be there.
You might be on holiday or something.
No, they don't be.
I've got to ask you about your other fighters. Adrian Gonzalez stopped John Kay's.
Yep.
With an amazing uppercut.
Yeah.
Not so long ago. Is he back in camp?
Yeah, he just started back in camp this week. Now he's picking up his training on Monday. He's on the bill. 19th December was a great win. His last fight, big step up for him. John Kay's. I know John. He was in the same gym as Bobby Rimmer when I was there with Bobby, and I've got a lot of time for John. He's a nice lad, and I've got nothing bad to say about John. And I know there's a bit of needle before the fight. That just helps sell the fight, doesn't it? Draws attention to the fight, and Adrian not really got anything bad to say about John. He's, like you said, don't really know him. You know what I mean? He's always said hello when he sees him, and that's that. Just to sell the fight. Obviously on the fight night, we were confident Adrian would get a stoppage win if he could control the pace of the fight and the distance of the fight and bring John to him, and that's exactly what he did. And he found obviously what might be the punch of the month. So we'll wait and see about that. I've got Jack Catterall obviously fighting, defending his WBO Intercontinental belt as well. Just hopefully secure an opponent this week now coming, so he'll be moving forward again, looking then for big fights for Jack after this.
As well, the Asian sensation, Vijender Singh.
Yeah.
Was he in camp or is he in India at the moment?
He just went back to it. I mean, he's been in camp for like the last 2.5, 3 months non-stop, away from his family. He's gone back for a week, and then he'll be back over at some point late next week. You know, and he's gone from strength to strength. And like, if you watched him when he was first in the gym, like Steve Lillis said, you know, he's not had it easy. You know, it's been hard for him. We've deliberately made it hard for him. You know, he's a standout amateur, 29 years old, and you know, he probably used to things a little easier than they have been. But we've had to really, like, you know, psychologically toughen him up mentally and physically, and technically, like, he's improving all the time. You can see the difference. Even though he looked well in the first fight, you can see the difference between the two fights. I don't know if you saw the fights, but he just looked so much different as an improved fighter. You know, and you know, we can keep him busy, and he keeps developing and keeps learning, and keeps there's certain things that we're working on. Like, you know, he's got tremendous power, tremendous boxing brain, and you know, he could go all the way. I believe that. I said that from day one when I first worked with him. Like, I watched him as an amateur. I do believe he could go all the way to a world title if it's, you know, if it's managed correctly and he keeps his discipline.
Well, we'll see. He's on the December the 19th as well.
All on December 19th. Yeah.
Oh, so it's a busy night for you then. So you will definitely be there then.
I'll definitely be there. Yeah.
Mate,
I'll have to be.
Yeah, if you don't turn up now, you're in trouble.
No, I'll be there.
All right then, mate. Well, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Best of luck with the boys, and I'm sure I'll catch you up before the 9th of December. All right.
No
Top
problem.
man. Thank you.